Google, Facebook, Weight Watchers. You ever heard of them? You probably know their more modern names like Alphabet, Meta, Woo. I bet you also didn't know that Google's original name was Backrub, which is very weird. Were they aiming for like a brand image of a creepy uncle being like, yeah, let me show you something on the internet real quick. Let me show you something, little Timmy, on the internet. These are just a few examples of big corporations changing their name, though. And recently, I started rewatching / continuing Succession. If you know anything about the show, then you know it's just a chaotic mess of business and family. Yes, in that order. So I came home from work. I gathered all my snacks. I loaded up HBO Max. Wait, hold on. I think my biz sense is tingling. I've been binging so much Succession lately that I can feel the tax evasion and backstabbing running through my fingertips. HBO Max? Max? HBO Max again? HBO Go? What is going on? Okay, so at this point, it's not very interesting. Everybody knows, yeah, HBO Max was HBO and then Max and whatever. But I just found it weird. And I first wanted to know, like, how is it possible? Like, it seems like every company nowadays is just changing their name, you know, Facebook to Meta, and like, and some of them kind of make sense. Meta, you know, just you make a more parent company and then you're more disconnected. But then I thought, okay, so is that what everybody's doing? It's just they're trying to disconnect, create more layers, you know, to protect all the corporate people and their money. But what's the point? Why do companies even change their name so much? So after Googling, Google AIing, I guess, there's a few advantages to do this. Like, one of them is to reflect changes in their strategy, strip their identity to attract investors and make more money, broaden their appeal, sell to more people and make more money, or, you know, to get away with shit, basically, so they can keep scamming people and making more money. And it's kind of funny when you think about it, because HBO Max is a multi-billion dollar company. I don't know, whatever. They're part of a multi-billion dollar parent company. So you'd think that they wouldn't have to change their name. For what reason? Just because they're bored? That's probably it. It's probably just because they're bored, and, you know, people just justifying their jobs because they're getting paid six-figure salaries. I grew up with Comcast. Ooh, that one was funny because I remember when they switched to Xfinity, Comcast had an unbelievably bad reputation. It seemed kind of obvious, like when I was a kid, when they started doing Xfinity, because it was like, oh, weird, we called Comcast, or we're getting a new package or whatever, but it's Xfinity. What's Xfinity? It was kind of confusing, and I think I kind of just assumed, oh, it's the same thing, it's just a different name or whatever. But I've never consciously thought about it, and it's never really been like talked about or addressed, or at least I haven't seen it. These companies, it seems like, you know, when I've started looking into it, like all of these things, like Nike, Blue Ribbon Sports, and in that one, it's like, yeah, when they started, you have a different name and you change it, and that kind of makes sense. But then you have Comcast and they start branding as Xfinity, and it's like, okay, so that one's an obvious. They had such bad rep that they decided, hey, let's just make a whole new company, and then people are mad at Comcast. You're like, what? It's Xfinity. This isn't Comcast. It's different. You know, hey, don't be mad at us. That's the guy that you don't like. We're cool. We're different. Truebill, Rocket Money, all these companies being bought and changing their names. And I think it's happening so much that we're not really thinking about it or consciously like being aware of it. When stuff like that happens, it allows these companies to get away with shit. Like when there's, you know, bad reputation or whatever. Why should it be that simple? Like if you know, to get away from negative, what does it say? Distance themselves from negative associations. And okay, they don't have to do anything else other than change their name to do that. They don't have to actually like change their corporate structure or their owner or whatever, or their company values. Philip Morris, Altria Group, you probably heard of that. Who the fuck is Altria Group? I've never heard of Altria Group, let alone Philip Morris. Smoke-free products, tobacco company. Oh, Marlboro. Okay, so it's a cigarette company. See, like, we're the Altria, we're Philip Morris, we're just a guy. Hey, we're just a guy over here. Oh, but we're just the Altria Group. It sounds like an investing group, but really they're the ones selling, you know, all the cigarettes to everybody. But I mean, hey, they're investing in smoke-free products, so That's good, right? It's not like they're selling products in over 180 countries still. Oh, but then they're gonna stop and they'll start selling smoke-free products. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, so we can trust them because they just changed their name and they sound more like a trustworthy guy. The main point of this video, I just wanted to highlight that this is happening so much. It's so common, but it's so not talked about. And I just feel like that's interesting. I don't know. It's just something that's going on that doesn't seem like a lot of people are talking about, but it's obvious. And it just, I think, allows for a lot of shit to be played on everybody.